lesson is all about ratio and proportion. To start it up, let's check this scenario. Scale models. Ryan was making a scale model of their TV as part of his project in school. The TV's dimensions were 48 inches by 8 inches by 32 inches. According to their teacher's instructions, the ratio of the scale model to the object should be 1:8 for each dimension. What would be the dimension of the TV's scale model? Recall that a ratio describes the relationship of one quantity to another. The ratio 1:8 means that the first quantity, which is the scale model, is 1/8 of the size of the second quantity, which is the TV. It follows that the TV should be 8 times the size of the scale model. Applying this to Ryan's project, he needed to use 1/8 of each of the TV's dimensions for his scale model. Ryan should use 1/8 of the TV's length as the length of his scale model. 1/8 of 48 is 6 inches, since 1/8 multiplied by 48 is equal to 6. He should use 1/8 of the TV's width as the width of the scale model. 1/8 of 8 inches is equivalent to 1 inch, since 1/8 multiplied by 8 is equal to 1. And Ryan should use 1/8 of the TV's height. 1/8 of 32 inches is 4 inches, since 1/8 multiplied by 32 is equivalent to 4. Therefore, the dimensions of the scale model should be 6 inches by 1 inch by 4 inches. Now let's have this second scenario. Regina was drawing the layouts of the rooms in their house. For the first layout, the ratio of the room's dimension to that of the drawing was 3 meters to 2 centimeters. The living room had dimensions of 6 meters by 9 meters. What would be the dimensions of the living room be in her layout? Regina analyzes the data using a table. In the first column, we have the dimension. We have the width, length, and the ratio. Second column will be for the actual living room. So the width will be 6 meters and the length is 9 meters and the ratio is at 3 meters. For the last column, we have the layout at n centimeters, m centimeters for the length, and 2 centimeters for the ratio. We can solve this problem by applying the concept of proportion. Recall that a proportion is an equality between two ratios. To find the width, we write a proportion. We can use 6m is to n centimeters is equal to 3m is to 2 centimeters, or we can also use 6m is to 3m is equal to n centimeter is to 2 centimeters. We can disregard the units and write the proportions in fraction form. So we can have 6 over n is equal to 3 halves. Or we can also use 6/3 is equal to n over 2. Then solve the n using cross multiplication. So we multiply 6 by 2 and n by 3 on the first equation. And we can also use the other one as 6 multiplied by 2 and 3 multiplied by n on the second equation. Now we have 6 multiplied by 2 is equal to 3 multiplied by n. So 6 multiplied by 2 will be equivalent to 12 and 3 multiplied by n is equivalent to 3n. To solve for the missing number, we just need to divide 12 by 3. That means that n is equivalent to 4. Note that both proportions lead to the same answer. Therefore, the width in the drawing was 4 centimeters. Keep in mind, ratio describes the relationship of one quantity to another, so the position of the terms in the ratio is important. A proportion is an equality between two ratios. It can be written in fraction form. That will be all for today. Thank you for listening and have a good day.